Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this video we will be creating the sprinkles cake using the surprise cake popping stand from our sponsors for this video, Surprise Cake. This stand allows you to hide gifts that pop through your cake. First we need to separate our cake batter into 5 different portions. We're going to be colouring each one of these with gel food colour, colours of the rainbow, then mixing that through thoroughly until it's nice and vibrant to your liking. I've used 8-inch cake tins for this, and they're only about 1/5 of the way through, so they're going to be pretty short cake layers. Cover each tin with aluminium foil and then bake at 180 degrees. Mine only took about 25 minutes to half an hour to bake completely. My oven was set to 180 degrees Celsius. The reason why I cover it with aluminium foil is so that it cooks evenly and it doesn't colour or discolor around the sides as much. You want to even off the top of each cake layer so it's nice and flat. And then if you want, you can make cake pops with that cut off. Make sure that each layer is only about 1 inch or less thick because the popping stand can only take up to 6 inches in height. Onto a 12-inch cake board. Doesn't really matter what size you use because we're not going to be finishing off with this cake board. You want to be building your cake onto something flat in the meantime. So I've stuck my cake on top with some frosting and I'm just building in those layers. This is the hybrid buttercream frosting that I like to use. A recipe will be linked in the eye icon above and in the description box below. You can cut away at the caramelized edges, totally up to you. I just leave mine on. And now I'm creating a crumb coat. So this is a thin layer of frosting that travels all the way around the cake and traps in any crumbs. Go around with a bench scraper. These are available on my website rosiesdessertspot.com or linked below. Once you're happy with the side, bring that lip of frosting into the center and refrigerate for about 20 minutes just until the frosting has had time to set. This is a final layer I'm adding on here. Again, the same frosting. And it doesn't have to be too neat because it is going to be covered completely by those sprinkles. Even it out, bring the lip of frosting again to the center, and you want the frosting to remain wet. So you don't want to put it in the fridge at this point, you want it to be nice and moist. I've got a container prepared with my sprinkles. I'm literally just grabbing a handful, sticking it onto the bottom of the cake, and then working my way up while pressing gently onto the frosting so they stick. If you were to set your frosting beforehand, they're likely not going to stick very well and you're going to end up with a whole bunch of patches all over your cake. Once it's completely covered, do a once over on your cake, see where there's little patches and just press those sprinkles into those areas. Now I've taken the cake core that came with the surprise cake pop-in stand and I'm just marking the inside area where it'll cut through. I'm going to move around the buttercream on that section just so it's sticky again, and then I'm going to gently twist as I dig it in. That way it just keeps it nice and straight. And then once it's reached the very, very bottom, give it a bit of a wriggle just to make sure that it's touched the base of your cake board. And I'm filling in just the center. So now this cake cord section is going to have a little decorative top and you can still use this cake as something on the side. Gently pull it up. I have a gorgeous naked cake that you can use on the side. It just looks awesome. Gently push down on the sprinkles. It adds there as a non-stick base. And you're ready to go. This cake will be assembled on the surprise cake popping cake stand. I won't go into a lot of detail on how to assemble this, but I will leave a link in the description box below that'll show you how to do it in full detail. The surprise cake stand is available at surprisecake.com and I will link this in the description box below. It is totally reusable and can last many years to come. You can use a store-bought cake or a homemade one as long as the cake is between 6 and 10 inches in diameter and no more than 6 inches tall. You can also purchase a music box to trigger the popping stand as I have in this video tutorial, or you can simply pull on the trigger to release the popping stand. The stand can also transform into a popping cupcake stand by purchasing the cupcake kit. This turns your stand into a 3-tier popping cupcake stand and also comes with extra plates and a cupcake topper which will be linked below. Inside the gift shuttle you can add in a smartphone, lots of colourful and fun candy, a ribbon for gender reveal, gift box, jewellery, gift cards, cash, the list goes on. It is especially perfect for a quarantine event, bringing that extra excitement to the table and festive spirit. Once your gift is ready, you'll want to stick your cake to one of the plates that comes with the popping stand. Stick it with some buttercream, flip it over, and you want to remove the cake board that we've been working with from the cake. I've used a spatula just to help it on its way. Cover the top section with buttercream, and you want to make sure that you're doing this not on the stand. So this cake doesn't go on the stand till it's pretty much completely finished. Onto that buttercream, I'm going to stick on those sprinkles just to hide the seams at the very top as well. To get right up and close to the edge of the cake, I like to sprinkle, catch it with my other hand, and then press it back into the cake. When you're ready, feed that through the cake stand that we prepared earlier. And you want to leave about 1/4 inch, just a little bit at the very top, and secure that on with the little black screws at the base so it doesn't move around. You don't want to add too much frosting on there because it can jam the machine. So just a little bit, cover with sprinkles, and then add extra sprinkles that when it pops, you get a whole bunch flying around and it looks really cool. I've taken my music box, I've let it ring, and then at the end, ta-da! Your little popping stand comes out bearing your gifts. Thank you again to Surprise Cake for sponsoring this video and supplying the popping cake stand. This stand is a fabulous idea for those of us looking to make quarantine celebrations a little more exciting, whether it's for a birthday, anniversary, or a simple way to surprise your loved ones and put a smile on their faces. If you recreate this or use the popping cake stand, please do tag us, hashtag this surprise cake and hashtag Rosie's Dessert Spot so we can see your fabulous creations as well. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you again in the next video.